Hello! I want you guys to know that I have applied deodorant twice today because this is my second training of the day. As most of you know, you saw me earlier today. I'm feeling a lot better. So I went for a walk. Seasonal affective disorder is real because as soon as I touch the sunshine, I'm just instantly regenerated into the most amazing feeling of my life. So I'm super excited to talk about bingo with you guys. So please know I am not going to go into every single little detail. To cover that, I have two groups that I've created. One, I will tag both of them. Don't worry. One of them, I believe, is called, all right, let me see. I will find them for you. Bingo in your VIP group is literally going to go over every single detail, okay? This will go over every detail that you can imagine about doing a bingo in your VIP group. I have a second group created called Bingo by Vanessa Rowe. That is going to go over every detail you need to know about bingo parties, in general, not just VIP group, but bingo parties in general, way before Nicole's amazingness happened with block parties, okay? So, bingo party in my VIP group is very similar to how Nicole would do a block party, if you guys know about those. Block parties are kind of like doing a party inside of your group, which I was doing. I just wasn't having a host with it. So as soon as she said that, I was like, whoa, we could bingo-fy this. So as you guys know, Facebook is stupid. It's dumb. It is the bane of my existence sometimes. And sometimes when you do a live on your phone, it doesn't show you everyone's comments. So I have a feeling that's what's happening right at this very moment, because I see a ton of you. It says so-and-so is watching, but none of the comments are popping up on my, yep, okay, so you guys are commenting. I see it on my computer. It's not popping up on my phone. So sometimes this just happens. So what I need you to know is it happens. And if you can, I always do the live part on my phone because I can take my phone with me. And then if for whatever reason, because this does happen, my years of doing bingo parties and bingo in my VIP group, I've learned that sometimes the comments don't show up on your phone. And I don't know why. I don't really have a solution other than keep a computer or another device nearby to keep an eye on the comments. So I'm going to go over just some basic details of bingo in your VIP group, what all that entails, why I do it, the results that it brings. And I see all of you saying hi. So please know, hi, I love you. How are you? I hope you're all well, and I hope you're very excited for this. All right, so let's start off. Why did it start? So bingo happened. Rochelle Pence actually was the one that talked about bingo. And then I saw her post about this. It was March 2020, epidemic, we are all dying in quarantine, losing our minds, and she had shared that she was doing bingo, and I was like, oh, that's fun, right? And I hadn't partied in forever, and we're all stuck at home, and we all need something fun and happy, and I was like, oh, I like things that are fun and happy and engaging, and that sounds wonderful. So I decided to take her bingo, put a twist on it, and created my own, essentially, Scentsy bingo. And I started it off, actually, with my VIPs. So I want you to think of your VIP group. These are, in my opinion, my VIP group is this. These are my customers. These are the people that they interact with me, they purchase from me, they add value to our Scentsy, my customer community, essentially. And I want them to know that they are important to me. But these are also the people that are my guinea pigs. These are people that I know, that I love, that I trust, just like they know, love, and trust me. So anytime I'm trying something new out, AKA bingo, I try it out on them. So when I was trying out spa parties in February of 2020 before shutdown, I had my VIPs come to my house. And after I did that, people were like, oh, I want to do this. That's so much fun. So just know that your VIPs, think of them as, customers, of course, but people that you can try things out on, and you can ask for their opinions, and you can ask for their advice, and you can ask, hey, what did you really like about this? Or what would you like to see differently? So really just think about that when you're thinking about your VIPs. So bingo started off as something I wanted to try. I used my VIPs out as guinea pigs on it, and it ended up being a huge hit. Everyone had so much fun. We were all craving connection. We were craving, some sort of a escapism from reality and just to have something that's fun, right? Like that's huge. And I think even now, you know, we're past, you know, that part of our lives that was 3 years ago almost, but we still love things that feel good, things that are fun, things that bring us joy. And I think bingo is that, for me at least. And you know, what I want you to do is take this, and maybe you try bingo and maybe it works. Maybe you've tried bingo and it works and it doesn't anymore. And maybe bingo doesn't work for you. But that doesn't mean that you can't bring in some level of fun that adds value to people's lives. So if bingo's not your thing, that's okay. What else can you do to bring in that level of fun, that level of engagement for your VIPs? Because I really do think the success of a VIP group is going to significantly rely on, you have to give them a reason to want to be in there. Why do they want to be in your VIP group? It's another group. You know, everyone on Facebook, you could ask them, how many groups are you in? And they're going to tell you so many that I can't even count. So what is going to make them want to join your VIP group, want to pay attention to your VIP group, want to engage and comment and like in your VIP group? And for me, that's bingo. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I love bingo. I have done probably well over 100 bingo parties in the last 3 years. Bingo's in my VIP group, over 100, okay? I'm bingoed out, but my customers love it. So, you know, I'm just thinking about how I can adapt this year. So I used to always do, it takes me exactly 45 minutes to an hour to do 3 rounds of bingo. And it's a lot, and it takes a lot of energy out of me. So what I'm gonna do to adapt this year is, instead of doing 3 rounds of bingo, I'm just gonna make it 1. And we're just going to simplify it, and it's much more manageable. My customers are still going to have fun with it. It's not going to take up as much time. And that's what I plan to do. So again, you need to be adaptive. You need to realize that what used to work might not work anymore. What works now might not work in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now. And that is okay. I just need you guys to know that it's all right to pivot. You should expect to pivot, and you should expect change to happen. So what does VIP group bingo looks like for me? So I tell them it's always the last Sunday of the month, okay? It's the last Sunday of the month. It's always at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because 1, Sunday evenings is usually when most people are home in America, right? Because they have to work the next day if they work in corporate America. So Sunday evenings are good. I usually pick 8:30 because that's usually when most little kids are in bed or are about to go to bed. So that's great. It's also after dinner time. So, of course, you have time zone differences, and there's no way, I just spit so much, there's no way that everyone can attend, and that's just okay. You know, it just happens. Now, bingo is something that you have to be live to physically play it, but if people don't play, they get FOMO. I can promise you that. I've seen it firsthand so many times, and it's a lot of fun. Now, bingo is only as fun as you make it. And same with any game that you play. If you're having fun and you're excited, your customers will have fun and they will be excited. If you're playing bingo like this and your next number is number 46, do you think your customers are going to have fun? Because the answer is hell no, they're not. That's boring. So just like anything, the more fun you have, the more fun everyone else has. So what I do is I have an Amazon, I think it's an Echo or a Dot or whatever, or no, it's a Google. Anyways, something that plays music, right? So I'll say, hey Google, play Mood Booster playlist on Spotify. Come on.
Sure. Here's
There we go. So I like to have some sort of music in the background. It makes it easier for me, so that way I'm not just like talking to myself and hearing myself. I have something else going in the background. Hey Google, volume down by 3. You know, and sometimes my customers don't even hear it. Sometimes it's so low that it's not even anything crazy. I usually turn it up a little bit higher while I'm waiting for people to give me their numbers, just because, you know, we're waiting and I'm dancing and I'm having a good old time. And then I kind of quiet it down just a little bit while we're calling numbers. So what I do with how we play bingo, some of you already know this, some of you don't. It is the most simple thing. All you need is some sort of container. This is literally a dish tub from the dollar store. You need 50 note cards, and you need to cut them in half, and you're going to write the number on them. Okay, so you're gonna cut them in half and you're gonna write 1 through 100, one on each half card. Okay, now bingo has become such a big thing in my customers' lives that I actually had, and when I would write these, they would come in backwards. And I actually had a customer of mine make me, she did it in the mirror. She made me a set of bingo cards so that you can see what it looks right to me is 89, and when it looks right to you, it's 89. It's not backwards anymore. Because I always used to say 89, 89, 89 is your number. But now it's, she's literally made these for me using a mirror. It's amazing. But just to show you like how much fun people have had with bingo, that someone literally took probably like 30 minutes of their life to make these cards for me. So it is a lot of fun. So how it works is I have customers, I post for a full week. So they know bingo is the last Sunday of every month. That means from the Sunday before until that Sunday, so a full week, or like Monday to Sunday, I'm doing posts for them to earn bingo numbers, bingo points, bingo numbers, however you want to call it. So 1 bingo point that they earn, so if they comment on a post, they get 1 point, right? And that is 1 number. So they can earn as many numbers as they want as long as they're participating. So they'll get points for posting, they'll get points for commenting. Some of my posts are worth more if they add people to the VIP group. Excuse me. Sometimes I have them add people to the VIP group. Whatever you do, you just cannot require them to make a purchase. So that is considered pay to play. We cannot do that. It has to be something that does not require a purchase. So tell me your top 5 favorite Scentsy fragrances. Tell me your favorite wax and warmer product. Tell me what you had for lunch today. And the thing is that you have to change it up. It cannot be the same exact thing every single month. Just the same way that, like, if you had a block party, and Nicole mentioned earlier today in our training, get rid of Bisley if you're going to just use the same template every single month. Now, partying with bingo in general versus partying in your VIP group with bingo, doing like a monthly bingo, is different because these people are already Scentsy veterans for the most part. They've tried Scentsy at least one time. Otherwise, they're a referral who's never ordered. But for the most part, most of my VIPs have been customers for quite a while, or they're pretty well versed in our products. They at least have a wax warmer that they use pretty regularly, or they've tried 1 to 2 other products. So I'm not going to treat them all like brand new customers. Every month, I'm going to tell them how to change their wax, when to change their wax, and the importance of changing your wax, because I just don't think that gets covered enough, and there's always new people, so it never hurts to cover that. But otherwise, I love to poll my group, and I actually put a poll up, and they get a point for voting on the poll. What do you want to talk about this week? Or what do you want to hear about during our VIP bingo? And I'll write all the products out: air purifier, diffusers, and oils, fan products, body products, cleaning products, you name it. And they tell me. So if you are ever wondering, like, what the heck do I cover? Ask your VIPs. Hey, what do you want to know more about? What do you want to see in action? And that's a good thing to cover. You can talk about it during the week in your posts, and you can talk about it during the actual bingo. So think about it this way. You're just taking a week to do interactive posts. Now, in my regular VIP group day-to-day, I only post 1 to 2 days a week. Now, if it is a bingo week though, and they're working to gain points, I will post 2 to 5 times a day, just because I want them to see content. I want them to get their points in. So it's a little bit more during that specific week. However, what this does is it really boosts my algorithms, because people are watching for that next post because they want to get more points. So they're going to keep interacting. They're going to keep going back to that page. And I do notice that the week after bingo, I do see significantly more people seeing my actual posts. So I don't want you to obsess over how many views you have on every post, because really that's silly. I also don't want you to obsess over algorithms. It's important to know kind of how they work. For the most part, this is helpful, this is not helpful, but don't obsess over it, because really you're wasting your energy at that point, in my opinion. But again, like we said, everyone runs everything slightly different. So how we do bingo is I'll ask questions, and I like to make them, I change them up every month. So I like to make them relevant to seasons, holidays, and just like life happenings. So today, for example, my VIP group, we're not playing bingo right now. We're not working on bingo points, but it's Groundhog's Day. So I posted, hey, it doesn't matter what this silly little groundhog Punxsutawney Phil says, just know that spring is coming. Because for me, who suffers from seasonal affective disorder, I need to know that spring is coming, right? And then a couple hours later, I posted a poll. Where do you stand? I am ready for spring, or I'm enjoying winter. And it doesn't have to be anything relevant. It doesn't have to be super meaningful or philosophic. It just has to be something where people can give their opinions. People want to answer, Everyone loves to give their opinion. Like I said earlier today, how many of you feel very strongly about whether or not pineapple belongs on pizza, right? It's huge. How many of you, okay, here's a good Scentsy question that I'm sure you guys all feel very strongly about because everyone has an opinion. Listen to me. Casting spells is the worst Scentsy fragrance. If I asked all of you, what is the worst Scentsy fragrance ever created? Everyone has an opinion, right? Pink haze, makes me physically almost throw up. It's so bad. So ask things like that, things that evoke emotion, things that people feel strongly about. Those are great things to ask. So we know right now we're in winter. We're transitioning into the spring catalog season. Spring is coming. We're all very excited about it. So I'm going to ask things about Groundhog's Day, about Valentine's Day. Do you celebrate? If you do, what is your favorite thing to do? Do you prefer chocolate covered grapes or chocolate covered strawberries? Would you rather go out to dinner or have dinner or order takeout? Things like that. Just think about a holiday. Valentine's Day, for example, is a great one. Or think about the season. This month, I'm going to talk a lot about Valentine's Day and spring is coming. Next season is going to be spring. We're going to talk about St. Patrick's Day. In April, we're going to talk about Easter. Things like that. In May, we'll talk about Mother's Day. So that is just an easy thing to do. And you can just go to Google and ask ask for Valentine's Day engagement posts, St. Patrick's Day engagement posts. They're super easy to find. You can create your own. Just do a this or that. Another fun one. So I used to teach second grade, and we always started off the day with a fun little question where the kids just shared their opinions. And I'll tell you, adults are no different than children. We're just big kids, really. But I'd ask the kids, would you rather have worms for shoelaces or bugs for buttons on your shirt? Things like that. You could even ask classroom engagement questions or classroom this or that. Those are the kind of things you can do with your Scentsy stuff. I like to make sure it's a really good mix of Scentsy posts and non-Scentsy posts because we don't just sell Scentsy to people. We do so much more than that. People buy Scentsy because it makes their house smell good, but also because it makes them feel a certain way. Everyone has a favorite fragrance. Every single one of us. Mine's coconut lemongrass. I love it in everything. If I put that in a wax warmer, it's going to boost my mood. It makes me feel a certain way. I hate doing dishes, but my dish soap smells better. So it's a little bit more enjoyable. Different things like that. You want to evoke emotion. You want to talk about Scentsy, but you also want to talk about non-Scentsy because we are not just Scentsy consultants. We are significant others, and we are our own people, and we are moms and aunts and grandmothers and neighbors and cousins and coworkers and friends and family. We are more than just a Scentsy consultant, so it's important to make sure that your VIP group reflects that it is not just about Scentsy. And I promise it is definitely going to increase everything. I really apologize that I am not paying any attention to your comments right now. I can't see them on my phone, and I kind of see them in the corner of my eye here on my Facebook feed, and there are a ton of them. So please know I will get back to them as soon as we're done. I'll answer questions and go over anything, but please hang tight. So that is just kind of a base of how I do it. And usually, like I said, they get 1 point per comment. 1 point equals 1 number. And usually people that interact a lot get around 20 numbers. What I asked each of you to do was to have 5 numbers picked between 1 and 100. You need those 5 numbers that you commented, put them on a piece of paper. So whatever you're doing right now, I need you to stop. If you don't already have a piece of paper and a pen, grab it. You're going to need to write down, and it doesn't have to match the ones earlier. If it does, great. If it doesn't have to. 5 numbers that fall between 1 and 100. Write it down on a piece of paper, okay? Now, the way that I do my VIP bingo is the same way that I play my bingo parties. So bingo is bingo. It's the same rules. And again, if you've played this before, great. It's so much fun. But it's so great because all they need is a pen and paper. That's it. And a phone with internet connection. But what's great about it is I don't see them and nobody else sees them. So they can look like a pile of poop you know, like I do. Listen, guys, I have pink eye, in case you're wondering. It has been a hell of a 2 weeks. And I don't care. I need you to know that whatever you look like, it doesn't matter. You don't have to have your hair perfectly done. You don't have to have the cutest outfit on. You can be wearing pajama pants or comfy pants, and you don't have to have your makeup done. And your customers don't have to worry about getting dressed up for bingo because it's alive. No one sees what they look like. And that, I've noticed, is a huge game changer. Nobody wants to get themselves ready for a Zoom. Truth, just be told. So don't worry about how you look. What I do is I tell my customers, you need a pen, a piece of paper, a glass of wine or hot tea or whatever it is they want to drink, comfy clothes, and their phone with a Wi-Fi connection is all they need to play bingo. All you need is something to hold cards numbered 1 to 100, a phone, some Scentsy products. You don't have to have a full display because we're not even going to use that today. I'm going to show you guys what I did before I even had a Scentsy display behind me. And that's all you need to play bingo. It's so simple. It's so easy. It's so fun. And it's also educational. So how it works is 1 to 5 numbers, 1 to 100, write them down on a piece of paper. When I play the bingo with my VIPs, I tell them to write it on a piece of paper and comment it below in this thread. I don't look at what their numbers are. I don't care what their numbers are because it's not really relevant. I just want them to play. It's very much a trust system. I've never really had anyone that's cheated on this. If they have, I'm completely oblivious to it, and it really doesn't matter. It's a game, and we're all adults. So again, they comment, so I say however many numbers, I add it all up. So an hour before bingo, I add up everybody's numbers, I post it, and I say, okay, here are our rankings. For example, Corey has 20 numbers, Lydia has 15 numbers, and I just go through the line. I tag everyone, I tell them how many numbers they have, I tell them they need to pick numbers between 1 and 100. So if you have 20 numbers, you're going to pick 20 numbers that fall between 1 and 100. You're going to write them on a piece of paper, and you're going to comment them below in the live feed, just so that I know that they're following directions. They know that they have their numbers. I can see that they have their numbers. Once everyone has their numbers picked, then I say, okay, if you are ready to go, I need everybody to hit the heart reaction for me. So this is a great way to make sure that people don't go into Facebook jail, because before I figured this out, that was something that would happen. People would go into Facebook jail from too much commenting, because I'd ask them, how many numbers do you have? How many numbers do you have? 3, 4, 5, whatever. And I'd say, okay, hit the heart reaction if you're ready. Now, you guys all probably know what that is as Scentsy consultants, but you have to explain to your customers that if they're on their phone, there's a comment bar, and then to the right of the comment bar, you swipe, and there's a little smiley face, and there's a heart, and there's all these cutesy little emojis. That is what they're going to use. So then I ask my VIPs, especially the veterans who've been playing bingo with me for so long, I say, okay, veterans, I need your help. Show them how we play. If you have 1, 2, or 3 of your numbers called, I need you to hit the heart reaction each time. So for example, if I call the number 15 and you have the number 15, you're going to hit the heart reaction. If I call another number that you have, you're going to hit the heart reaction. If I call another number that you have, you're going to hit the heart reaction. And at this point, all of my VIPs are slamming that heart button so that everyone knows what I'm talking about. If they comment a heart, I tell them, nope, stop. We're not commenting. I need you to hit the heart reaction. Because again, I don't want people in Facebook jail. So 1, 2, or 3 numbers called, hit the heart reaction each time. If you have a 4th number called, you are getting really close to bingo. So I need you to hit the wow reaction. He's really excited. He looks like this. He's like, ah! He's the wow reaction. He's so excited. So if you have 4 numbers called, VIP veterans, please help me out. Hit that wow reaction a ton of times. They're going to hit the wow reaction. Everyone's going to know what I'm talking about. Now, if you hit 5 numbers, so if you have 5 of your numbers that I've called, that means you win bingo. The first person on my end to comment, to have 5 numbers and comment BINGO, all capital letters, is going to win that round of bingo. Now, in the past, I've done 3 rounds of bingo. Moving forward, I'm probably only going to do 1. We'll see how it works. I might have to pivot and go back to 3. We'll see. But how it works is the first person to get 5 numbers called wins bingo. I tell them first person that I see comment on my end is who wins, because you're going to notice Facebook Live is always on a delay. No matter what device you use, no matter how good your internet, you will always be on a delay with Facebook Live. So that's why I always say whoever shows up first on my side, because sometimes it doesn't line up with who shows up on their side. And I just have to tell them that's the only way I can keep it fair. So first person to comment bingo after having all 5 numbers called. It's up to you if you want to go through and double check that they actually had 5 numbers. I don't. I trust my people. We're adults. Like, if you're really going to cheat at bingo because you want a prize, like, whatever. It's not worth my energy. But if you really want to do that, you can be my guest, but I'm not going to. So that's how you play. And I go over the rules once. After everyone, I do this like while they're giving me the numbers. So while I wait for them to give me numbers, I'll go over the rules. After we get started and I start calling numbers, I'll go over the rules again, especially if I have new people hopping on. If they have questions, they'll let you know. And I just tell them, like, hey, if you have any questions, like, just let me know. Make sure you comment and I'll answer them for you. And then I'll say, okay, we're ready to get started. So if you guys are ready to go, I need you to go ahead and hit the heart reaction for me. So you'll see it. I'll hit it here so you guys can see. Hopefully you see that on your end. I'm seeing some hearts. So I said, if you're ready to play, you consultants, if you're ready to play, hit those heart reactions for me. And we're going to get started and we're going to play. And from right now until I say so, I need you to pretend you're customers. I'm going to go turn my light on really quick because it's getting dark here because it's almost it's after 5 o'clock, but give me 2 seconds. Turn that light on. All right, now from here on out, you are a customer. So pretend you're a customer, ask questions, play along, don't worry at all. All right, we are going to play 1 round of bingo. Okay, that's it, 1 round. I'm not actually sending you a prize because your treat is this training. I love y'all. Okay, so you take your numbers and I just give them a quick shuffle. My VIPs know that there is a very specific number that they want. They will always write it down because there is a number that I will go out of my way to call. Highly recommend you pick one. It's just fun. So pick a number. All right, friends, your first number for round number 1 of bingo tonight is number 100. That's 100. If you have this number, I need you to hit the heart reaction. So if you picked number 100, hit the heart reaction. Again, if you have 1, 2, or 3 numbers picked, hit the heart reaction each time. If you have 4 numbers picked, you're going to hit the wow reaction. And if you have 5 numbers picked, you better have speedy fingers because the first person to comment bingo and have all 5 numbers called wins that round of bingo. So I take this number and I set it aside. All right, friends. So as you asked, we are going to talk about quite a few things tonight. Few things that I want to talk to you about, a few things that you guys asked about. And we're just going to go over a few things in between numbers. So as you all know, February is a little hard on my heart, my Scentsy loving heart, because we have to get rid of and say goodbye to a lot of different things. By the way, your next number is number 7. 7 is your next number. So if you have this, hit the heart reaction. But like I was saying, it's really sad because we have to say goodbye to so many great things in February so that we can make room for all of the incredible things that are coming March 1st with the spring and summer catalog. So I'm just going to be here to talk to you guys about a few things that are leaving that I am absolutely heartbroken about. But you're going to be really happy, I promise. All going to be wonderful in the end. Your next number is number 30. That's 3030. If you have this number, hit the heart reaction. So, as you know, if you're my VIP customer and you're a text subscriber, you already received one of these in a text message. So, our newsletter kind of goes over everything that's happening this month. And let's start off with the scent and warmer of the month because, guys, holy cannoli, is it incredible. So let me show you the warmer of the month. So this is Twine to Unwind. And as you guys know, I love everything boho. I'm obsessed with plants and macrame and the color terracotta and everything green and neutral. So this has just my boho loving heart absolutely obsessed. Your next number is 41. That's 4141. And I don't have it plugged in, otherwise I'd show it to you. Mind you, I usually would have this plugged in for a regular VIP party. But it is so, so pretty. You can see actually, so you can see like the cutesy little knots because this is like real twine that you can see on here. But it would be perfect on any sort of table that you have like a boho theme. Think of like pampas grass and eucalyptus and plants and just anything, also black because this base is black. But it is so stinking cute. And FYI, it is 10% off this month. Now, your next number is 71. That's 7171. Scent of the month is called Pink Coconut. As you all know, I am a slut for coconut. I love coconut. If every single part of my life could smell like coconut, I'd be one happy camper. Like truly, I love coconut. I love to eat it. I love to smell it. I love to see it. I just love everything coconut. And it's ironic because that warmer kind of reminds me of what a coconut looks like if you shave off the outside and you're drinking out of it. Oh, I just wish it was summertime and I was in Hawaii, for being completely honest. All right, so pink cotton, guys. Ground yourself with the soft scent of sweet raspberry, earthy pink clay, creamy coconut, and a subtle Tahitian vanilla. So we always smell the top of our wax bars because that's how you smell it. But I also need you to turn your wax bar around like this. Give it a little tap. This is what I like to call the butt of the wax because some of your oils are more dense than others, which means that when you smell this and you smell the butt versus the front, they sometimes smell different because of those oils. So this one to me is, even if you're not a huge coconut scent, I still think you'd enjoy this. Technically, this is in the fruity category, but it's very subtle. It's extremely light, very elegant. Like this would be wonderful in a bathroom, but it could also work really well in a kitchen or a dining room. Oh gosh. Okay. So I definitely get like the coconut on it, but it's not headstrong coconut. You get just a touch of that vanilla and a touch of that raspberry. It's a very well balanced fragrance. By the way, pretend we're consultants again. The better you can describe a wax bar, like seriously practice at it, read the description, and then talk about what it reminds you of. Look up descriptor words. I used to study wine. So if you go to like winefolly.com, they actually have like a fragrance and like flavor circle that describes like all of these different descriptor words that you can use to describe wine. That is also pretty relevant in the Scentsy world. So the better you describe a fragrance, the more FOMO it creates and the more people are going to want this. So then I'm going to tell them, listen, if this sounds like one of your favorite fragrances, if this sounds like something you would love, it's called Pink Coconut. Make sure you write it down because you're going to forget and then you're going to get tomorrow and you're going to be like, Vanessa, what was that pink scent you smelled? I'm going to be like, I don't know. Watch the live again. So back to it. All right, so Pink Coconut, again, guys, is available for our scent of the month. It's 10% off. But because it's February, all of our wax is 10% off, which means you can do a 6-pack of wax for $27 instead of $30. So highly recommend you stock up on that. 67 is your next number, guys. Remember, 1, 2, or 3 numbers is a heart reaction each time. 4 numbers is a wow because you're getting really close to bingo. And 5, BINGO. Make sure you comment. First person wins. Now, again, as a consultant, I repeat this several times just to remind them, okay? So let's keep going on what's happening this month. I have a lot of heartbreaks for you, and I'm so very sorry that I have to be the bearer of bad news, but please don't bite the messenger. But we have some things that are not going to be in the spring-summer catalog. Things like car bar clips, you know, the ones that go into your vent that make your car smell great. Scent Soft, which is our liquid fabric softener. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. 46 is your next number. Dish soap, which is like my biggest heartbreak because we don't have a dishwasher. By the way, who else doesn't have a dishwasher? Please tell me in the comments because that is just a very tragic thing. But yeah, dish soap is leaving. Fragrance mist, you know, that thing that I use every single day to make my body smell good. Scentsy Soak, which is, if you haven't tried it yet, heaven in a bag. I swear to God, it is from the heavens. It is so good. Vitamin E, aloe, sunflower oil, doesn't stain your tub, makes your whole bathroom and your whole body smell good. Kids can use it. You could use it just on your feet after a long day. You could use a whole bath. Tragedy that we're getting rid of that one. Sugar scrub, use that on my arms, use that on my legs before I shave. It is a wonderful exfoliant that also smells incredible. and all of our pet products. So sorry, Fido, but you're gonna have to be a little stinky because here's the thing. Here's the deal, guys. Your next number is 99. 99.99. But anyways, these products are not going to be in the new catalog. So what I highly recommend you do is right now they are 20 to 30% off while supplies last. So once they're gone, they're gone. They're not going to be in the new catalog. So you need to stock up. But not all hope is lost because these products will be returning throughout the year as limited time only products. That means that while supplies last, they'll be released in different fragrances. As a consultant, I usually have a pretty good know on like when things are gonna come, but like for this stuff, I don't know when we're gonna have these products come back. I don't know what scents they're going to come back in. So if you have any of these products, remember, Car Bar Clips, Scent Soft, dish soap, fragrance mist, Scentsy Soak, Scentsy Sugar Scrub, any of the pet products, if you love those in any of the fragrances we currently have, you need to stock up. While it's 20 to 30% off, just trust me, before you come crying to me next month, you're like, but I didn't get enough sugar scrub. And I'm like, well, you're just going to have to wait till it releases again. And I don't know what scent it'll be. Number 11 is your next number, guys. That's 1111. So yeah, Scentsy Heartbreak. Glad that we got that off the way. Really glad about that. Super happy. 88 is your next number. Now, guys, if I'm playing 3 full rounds of bingo, I will not be dragging this on as much as I am right now. But because I'm only doing 1 round of bingo, I'm going to drag it on as much as possible so that I can talk about everything. Otherwise, I am going through numbers pretty quick. And you can ask your customers, and based off of those reactions that you're seeing, the hearts and stuff, you can see how quickly people are hitting their numbers, which then you can gauge how quickly or how slowly you need to call these numbers out. All right, your numbers aren't doing well because I only let you pick 5, so that is definitely why. But again, I will have less numbers if we're doing only 1 round of bingo. Number 20 is your next number, guys. That's 2020. And let's talk about some of the products that are leaving because this truly is a freaking tragedy, right? So Cider Mill, any of you that love Cider Mill, that's me, by the way. It is the best fall fragrance we've ever had. You're going to wish that we had it August 1st, as soon as your little crotch goblins go back to school. Because as soon as they go back to school, everyone all of a sudden wants fall. And we're not going to start our fall catalog until September 1st. So you're going to be calling on me. Like, Vanessa, can you please give me a bar of cider mill from your personal stash because I wish it was fall? And I'm going to tell you no. Because I love you, but not that much. So make sure that you stock up, grab bars on that, okay? Number recap on what's been called. Oh yeah, if I have people that are like, hey, what was that last number you called? I will go through the numbers again. So all I'll do is be like, oh yeah, sure. 1 second, Anna. So we've had 20, 88, 11, 99, 46, 67, 71, 41, 30, 7, and 100. And again, I'm going through those quick because everyone else was paying attention. Not saying that you weren't, but I don't want to take all of this time up for my customers that have been paying attention and have been, staying up to date on everything. So I'll just go through those pretty quickly, just whenever somebody asks. All right, guys. So, like I said, if you're my VIP, you already saw that I posted a link, but I'll share a link with you guys again. And if you're a texting subscriber, you already got a link as well to all of the products that are leaving. But what I need you to know, they're here while supplies last. So don't wait until the last 5 days of the month to place your orders because they're going to be like, but Cider Mill's gone and what do I do? I'll tell you. Actually, I do. I lied. So right now is a good time that I can tell you guys about something that makes my heart very happy. It is called Scentsy Club. Oh my gosh. 84. That's 8484 is your next number. So Scentsy Club. How many of you have Scentsy Club? And I ask this to my customers because the more people that say they have Scentsy Club, the more people that don't have Scentsy Club, they're going to be like, well, what is that and why don't I have it? Because all of these people have it, but I don't. Essentially, we want to elicit FOMO. FOMO is a wonderful thing in business. So I told them, well, you know what? If you really love scents like, have you smelled, by the way, Pink Sunshine from the Valentine's Day collection? Because I'm obsessed. Obsessed more than you could ever know. Pink Sunshine. Hold on, guys. the best fruity scent we've ever had. It has pear in it. It feels like pure sunshine and happiness all in one pink, wonderful delivered package. Oh, it's fresh. It's wonderful. Honestly, I'm surprised it's not a green colored fragrance. And you can ask your customers things like, what's your favorite colored wax? Because we all have one. Kevin loves blue scents. I gravitate towards green scents. So you ask people, what color scents do you love? And they're all going to have an opinion, right? And that opinion might change depending on the season. But anyways, so I'll talk about Scentsy Club. And I'll say things like, if you really love this scent that's going away, Fluffy Fleece or Winterberry Apple Tea or Cider Mill or Christmas Cottage, or you can't live without Velvet Moon, you need to get a Scentsy Club because we've always Get My Bar perk, which means that if you have a scent that you love and you add it to a Scentsy Club subscription, you're going to keep getting it forever. Like even after it's gone and no one else can buy it, as long as you keep it in your club, you're going to keep having access to that fragrance, which like how magical is that, right? 131313 is your next number. And not to mention discounts, because who doesn't love saving money, right? If you have a Scentsy Club of $30 or more USD, you're going to get 10% off your entire order, right? And we love saving money, right? Say, yes, Vanessa, I love saving money. 23 is your next number, guys. 2323. If you love saving money, and you love not paying $10 for shipping, get a Scentsy Club. Because in Scentsy Club, you only pay $8 for shipping every time instead of $10 in shipping every time. Hello? Who doesn't love that? And how about half off items? Who would love to get a whiff box half off? Or a giant Scentsy brick? Like, have you guys ever seen Scentsy brick, by the way? Huge. Like, here's a wax bar. Here's a Scentsy brick. If you could have this much sun-kissed citrus, or in my opinion, this much coconut lemongrass. If you could have this much for half off, like, listen, that's amazing. That's a lot of wax for a little bit of money. If you have a $60 or more Scentsy Club subscription, you're going to get 10% off that order, $8 in shipping, and one additional item that you can use half off. That's literally 50% off, like a Scentsy brick or a whiff box or a giant thing of washer whiffs, because we all know that we're addicted to those, right? 3, and number 3 is your next number, guys. But yes, Scentsy Club has endless amazing things like our referral program. So we have a point-based system where every dollar that you spend with Scentsy, it earns points. Once you earn a certain amount of points, you get a discount on your Scentsy Club. So if you order from Scentsy Club, you get points. If you refer a friend to Scentsy Club, you get more points, which means you're saving more money on top of the 10% off $30 or more, or the 50% off item with $60 or more, on top of the $2 you save in shipping. Hello, discounts. Am I right? 74. That's 7474. But it's good. Scentsy Club is great for anything that you use all the freaking time. Like, for example, cotton cleanups. How many of you use cotton cleanups to change your wax? Because I do, because I keep my nails nice and long, which means I don't want wax under my nails. That's why I use cotton cleanups. That's why they were created, okay? Cotton cleanups, oils, wax, light bulbs, cleaning products, all the things you don't want to run out of. 52, that's 5252. Now, when I was playing bingo in 3 rounds each time, in between each round, I would get up and I would take my phone. So we're going to pretend we are in between rounds of bingo. And I'm going to take you guys and show you around my house. And these are the kind of things that I did before I had a Scentsy display. And you can show them things like a diffuser and how to use one, right? So we have a diffuser and it has 2 different bases. So the one has cutesy little flowers and the other one's very trendy and geometric. And if you see here, it has a line. This is your, this one is your max fill line. So that's the maximum amount of water you're going to put in. If you fill it all the way to the top, and again, poll your customers, ask them what products they want to see. You can fill that water up. We have an award-winning nebulizer, by the way. It's incredible. You could leave it on 24. You could leave it on without having to worry about it, because once it runs out of water, it's going to shut itself off. Fill it up with water. Pick your favorite oil. So for example, let me try and find one that we have that might be going away. I can't think of one right now. But like if you had like Seaside Lily, you could talk about how Seaside Lily is going away in wax. Or if you have citrus and sage, which is incredible, by the way, you're going to take your oil. You're going to put in as many drops as you want. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's usually where I like to keep mine at. If you want it really strong, throw in 10 to 12. If you want it less strong, do more water and less drops. But the great thing about a diffuser is that it's a very customizable sensory experience. So we've got our oil, we've got this on. We're going to turn on our mist. That 1 drop means light, 2 drops means a heavier mist, so you guys can see that going on. You can keep no light at all. Pick a specific color that you would like to have on here. You know, maybe you really like this cute little like tealy blue color. Maybe you love green. Or if you just can't make up your mind and you love it all, then you can put it on at the very end and it'll cycle through the colors by itself. So as you can see, the colors are changing. Now, let me show you guys some other important things that I show my customers. And this is why I do it on my phone, so I can take my phone with me. And you don't have to have a display because you can take someone to your bathroom and you can say things like, listen, these are the products that I use in my bathroom. And then I set this up on my sink. Like you're literally sitting against, whoop, and I drop you, and sometimes that happens and it's authentic and it's okay. But you're sitting next to my faucet. My faucet is holding my phone up. And I'm gonna show you all the products that I use in my bathroom. Like this incredible product that came in our whiff box that we got early, that consultants have early access to, that customers can purchase March 1st. Like this Just Breathe amazing hand soap. Hand soap, listen. Ugh. And sometimes, you know, technology doesn't always work and nothing's perfect. And as you can see, my phone was just moving, so I moved it again, and that's okay. And your bathroom doesn't have to be perfect, and your shirt doesn't have to be perfect, and sometimes your rolls show, and sometimes you're not wearing makeup, and it's all okay. Listen to me. Just be authentic. That's what people relate to anyways. So I'm going to show them this amazing hand soap that my nieces hate to wash their hands, but they will be more inclined to wash their hands when it smells good. Everyone has kids. Most kids hate washing their hands. They're going to relate to that. You can then also show them the body cream that I keep in here all the time because nobody likes ashy skin in the winter of Ohio. Or I could show them the fragrance mist that's going away, that's 20 to 30% off, that I use on my body all the dang time. Literally, just show them how you use it. Or, listen, how many people here are lactose intolerant? Because I am, which means that when I eat dairy, number 2 happens in a not so fabulous way, and it doesn't smell great. But I have room spray. And room spray, when your poo-poo be cray, you need to give it a spray. Because listen, if you host people at your house, they're going to take a poop at your house. It just is inevitable. Some person is going to poop. The whole party doesn't need to know that somebody pooped. If you have room spray, it's not a problem. So these are the kind of things you can show them. Bathroom cleaner, hello, watch. We're going to clean my bathtub right now. We're going to go. I have this right here. This glass, you can see where I just wiped. It's just mildew. It's just buildup. It happens from soap. So what we're going to do is we're going to spray some bathroom cleaner on it. And you're going to physically watch. Look at that. Do you already see how clear that's coming up? And I haven't even touched it yet. Now, we can take a little like scour pad or a rag, give this a wipe, flip it over. Look at that. Look at how clean that is. I can even use a towel, dry it off, and you can see the difference between this and show people how amazing our products are in real time. Wild, I know, right? Super crazy. And then you could go over and you do these in between rounds, or you can do this in the middle of a round. You can do this however and whenever you want, because there's no right or wrong way to do bingo. And if you forget to say something or you forget to do something, your customers won't know because they're not the ones that do bingo. So then I can come over here and show you how we change our wax, right? So here's a Scentsy warmer with liquid wax, right? Now, we change our wax when it no longer smells. You probably are going to get 6 to 12 hours of consistent warming time where your wax is releasing fragrance. It doesn't go into the air like a candle. It also only gets hot enough to melt the wax. So I can touch my warmer without burning myself. And I can touch the wax and get it all over my finger without burning myself, which is why I choose Scentsy wax, because kids and pets and whatever reason make it relatable to you. But nobody likes getting this under their fingernails. It's gross. It's annoying. So instead, we use things like cotton cleanup. where you just pop it in here and you give it a second and you give it a little twirl and then you pull it up and there's the wax and it's all gone there. So you never add old wax to new. You always clean up your wax. By the way, if you do bonfires or go camping and do bonfires, save these. They make really great fire starters. But again, I'm just showing people firsthand how, oh, I have wax all over my finger. It's going to make me wacky-dacky-do. I hope you know that. I'm going to go nuts over this. But just to show you guys that you don't have to have a perfect office. You don't have to have any office at all. You don't have to have a Scentsy display. You can literally walk around your house, show people the products that you use, and they're going to be like, wow, whoa, that's so cool. Okay, that's great. So here we are. Ooh, look at that plant, by the way. I named it Fenniwop because it has double fenestrations, and fenestration makes me weak at the knees. Not relevant, but couldn't help it. So again, guys, I'm going to get back to bingo, and just like that, you go over and say, okay, I'm going to show you this in between our rounds of bingo as soon as we're done. And what I do in between rounds, if you're doing more than one, I always offer them more points just for sticking with me. Hey, if you are still on here, I'm going to give you an extra 2 points. So everybody, please pick an extra 2 points that you don't already have that fall between the numbers of 1 and 100. Write your 2 numbers down, comment them below, okay? And that's how we keep going with bingo. Now, we haven't called my special number yet, and my VIPs will call me out on that, and they'll say, Vanessa, you didn't call the number yet. And I'll be like, okay, guys, I found it. I said, are you ready? Because whoever's really close to winning bingo, is probably going to win right now. And we're going to have to move on to the next round because your next number, oh, that's not it. That's backwards. Hold on. Let me find it. And they'll literally watch me sit here because if they call me out, I have to find it. It's just the rule. It's unspoken, but it has to happen. Because I always tell them, make sure you pick this number, because when I first started doing bingo, I was very nervous. And I was doing this one party, and it was a bunch of older ladies. It's actually, so she's the girl's on my team now. But it was like her grandma and her mom and her other grandma and her great aunt and all of these older people. And it was really funny is that they all picked this exact same number. And ever since then, I thought it was so funny because I was so freaking nervous that I couldn't help myself but laugh out loud at this one number that they all picked, ironically. And ever since then, I make it a point to call it every single round that I play bingo. And why the heck can't I find this number? Because this is taking so freaking long. There it is. My VIP customer who made these cards for me literally put a winky face on it. So your number, guys, that's 69, 69, 69. There's that little winky face. It's so immature, but you know what? People laugh at it. They think it's hilarious that I always call that number. And my VIPs think it's funny, and they always pick the number. And people that are new to playing bingo, they don't know about it. So they're like, oh my God, I can't believe Vanessa just did that. But then they eventually pick up on it, and they'll always pick that number, and they always think it's hilarious. And just don't take yourself so seriously, guys. Let's be completely honest. So we'll just keep playing, and we keep calling numbers until someone has bingo, and then in between the rounds I show them products, and then we start over again. So if we were starting over, what I would say, okay, congratulations, Karen, you win this first round. Let's go show some products. And then I tell them, okay, everybody pick 2 more numbers. And Karen can keep playing, but if Karen wins round number 2, I'm going to pick another winner because I'm going to have 3 winners no matter what, right? And if Karen wins again, I just upgrade her prize. So I'll take these numbers and say, okay, everyone keep the same numbers that you originally wrote down. You're keeping those. You're going to keep the extra 2 numbers, but everyone starts off at 0 numbers called. And that's what I do in between the rounds. So then I put all these numbers back in, and I shuffle it up, and I give it a good mix. And I ask everybody some silly question like, what are you drinking? Or when was the last time you got mad at your husband? Or what was something stupid your kid did today? While they wait for me to mix these cards up. And then we play another round of bingo. And then we play another round of bingo. And we play 3 rounds. And we have 3 winners. And everyone has a great time. And that is how we play bingo. All right. So it's super fun. All right. So what price range do you normally gift as a prize? Whatever you want. This can be a sample pack. This can be a scent circle. This can be a wax bar. This can be whatever you want. whatever is in your price range is totally fine because your customers don't know what anybody else offers. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these comments really quick, see if there's any questions that I can answer for you guys before we hop off. I really appreciate you. So if you have any other numbers or any other questions, please comment them so I can answer them for you guys. Dishwasher, but you still use the dish soap. That's wonderful. Do you know when the Whiff Box has the dog shampoo is coming out to what month? No, I do not know that. Lots of Scentsy people will be getting dishwashers now that dish soap is leaving. Amen. Truth. And it's just like a great way. Like, just make sure that you're engaging your customers and you're asking comments that they want to know. So it's only letting me go up a certain amount. So if you have questions, please comment them now. Even if you've already asked them again, please comment them again so I can see. How often do we play bingo? Once a month. Once a month in the VIP group. If you want to turn it into a block party, you just get hosts. You have your hosts invite their friends to join, their friends join, they have their own party links, and I just run it exactly the same way as I would with my VIPs. You just have people that are now placing orders and earning rewards. Do you keep up with their engagement posts leading up to bingo? Yes, I do keep up with it, Jamie. I try to, another thing, when people comment on things, I always try to reply. I always try to make conversation with them as they engage in the post, because that is when the connection happens. That is when they feel seen. You can communicate with them. You're building that relationship. And then again, it still boosts algorithm, which is amazing. You're so welcome, Karen. Thank you for letting me use your name. That was amazing. What range of numbers do I use? 1 through 100 every single time. The points are 4, so 1 point equals 1 number. So every time they comment, they get 1 bingo point. 1 bingo point equals 1 bingo number. If they earn, for example, 20 points, I add all of this up the last day of bingo. So I'll add up the points. I turn off the commenting on that post, add up the points. You could do this day by day. You could do it the last day, whatever works for you. I just add up all the numbers and then I post it. So I put it on a piece of paper because I'm a paper person, but you could use Excel if you wanted to be that fancy. And then I just make a post, and the post basically says, okay, here are our results here. And then I tag them, how many numbers they have. Tag, number, tag, number, tag, number, tag, number. Make sure you're ready for bingo in 1 hour or bingo in 30 minutes. Set an alarm. You'll need a piece of paper, a pen, and your phone with some Wi-Fi service. And then I have them, make sure you have your numbers picked out and ready, write them on a piece of paper. When we hop on the live, they have it written on a piece of paper. They comment all of their numbers below. And then once everyone has commented, then we do all of that. So if they comment 50 times, they get 50 numbers. Yes. I never post. I've never had anyone earn more than 30 points because I don't do that many engagement posts. So it's up to you, however many you want to do. Maybe you don't want to go all the way up to 50, so you could do a smaller version to make it 50, or maybe you don't go all the way to 100, so you do 50 numbers, or maybe you do less engagement posts, or however you want to do it. It's very customizable. How do you track ticket points during the week? Like I said before, you can do this each day and close off the comments. You can do it at the very end on Sunday, like 2 hours before. Just know that it takes time to add it all up. So if you wait until the last day like I do, it probably takes me about 30 minutes just to add up everyone's numbers. Amount of numbers they get to choose. Yep, perfect. Thank you. Range of numbers is 1 to 100. How do you keep up with the engagement posts? I just reply to people and then I add it up at the end. We play once a month. I don't see any other comments or questions. So again, is it the same for a party? How do you get orders? So it's very similar to how I do a party. People place orders, my VIPs. I get a lot of orders from my VIP group just because I'm regularly posting. I'm showing them how I use products. I'm asking how they use products. I ask my customers to share pictures of them using their products. I just in general get orders from my VIP group. I always get orders after a bingo because I'm showcasing products. So like I said, we talked about the things that are leaving, and I showed you the warmer of the month and the scent of the month, and I showed you how to use a diffuser, and I showed you my bathroom products, and I showed you how to change your wax. So at any point, a customer can be like, oh, I really need one of those diffusers. And don't be afraid to talk about something more than once, because how the way that people's brain works is they need to see something 7 times before they commit to making a purchase. So if it's the 7th time that I've showed that diffuser, maybe they were thinking about it before, but now that I've shown it again, they're like, okay, I have to have it. Or if they're like, oh, you know what, I'm hosting someone at my house soon, I need to get a room spray so that nobody smells everybody else's poop. It's just those little things. Or they watch how I cleaned my bathroom tile and they're like, whoa, my bathroom looks like that. I need to get that bathroom cleaner. So it's just authentically sharing how to use our products. It's telling them about the information about our products, the discounts, that things are going away. Maybe they'll sign up for Scentsy Club because I talked about the Scentsy Club perks. And again, it usually takes someone several times of me talking about Scentsy Club before they finally commit to making a Scentsy Club. So I hope that helps you guys. When you started, did you do like a practice? The first time I did it, I just did it with my VIPs. If you are someone who's nervous to try this out and you have a team, do it with your team. Or do a small version. Maybe pick friends that you're really close with or VIPs that you're close with and do like a trial run with them. Just do something super simple, do a smaller version, do it with your team, lots of practice. And I'll tell you, when I first started doing this, I was not as good at this as I am now. It took time and it took practice. And don't get me wrong, at first I stuttered and at first I turned real red and I got embarrassed and I'd forget to talk about something that I wanted to talk about. But like I mentioned earlier, if you forget to talk about something, no one else knows because no one knows your script, okay? When you started practice. Oh, thank you so much, Heather. So like I said, I'll tag my 2 bingo groups. If you don't already follow me on YouTube, I do have a YouTube channel where I share all of my team trainings on there and several other trainings that I've done for groups like this one. Do you do a multi-day party and then do the bingo? Yeah, the bingo. So the way I do it, if it's a party, not in my VIP group, if it's a party, it starts on a Tuesday and it ends on a Tuesday. So we start on Tuesday, we do bingo on Sunday, we close on a Tuesday, because you cannot close the night of bingo, because people are going to watch bingo and then they're going to go to bed or they're going to get busy. But if you tell them, the day after, 2 days after bingo, they'll be like, oh yeah, I really wanted to order that. So it just kind of gives them that buffer, an extra few days to think about it and get the FOMO. All right, All right, I think that's everything, guys. So I hope you have a wonderful night. Congratulations for showing up for yourself, because that's a really big deal. The more you show up to trainings and stuff like this, the more you learn, the more you grow. And it's just really amazing. So thank you for stopping in. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Just remember, be authentic. Don't worry about being perfect. I am the farthest thing from it. I don't try to be perfect. I don't care to be perfect. It's not something on my radar. So be you. Share yourself, have fun, and just know that it's all about adding value. So your customers need a reason to want to be in your VIP group. If you do something like bingo that is fun, that is informational, that is engaging, that could potentially, it's a giveaway. You give them free stuff. Give them a reason to want to be in your VIP group. I love you guys. I hope you have a great night. Good luck. Don't be shy.